Hey Alexa, what's up?
On my way to kill you.
Nowadays, we are more interconnected to each other via virtual assistants using Alexa and Google Assistant as our day to day tools. So, in a way, we are more than ever connected and interdependent on AIs and computers.
Not just assistants, we have our digital selves out there, which is a part of us, but virtually. Even our phone, which is an extension of ourselves, it just makes us a cyborg much more than we know. A cyborg is basically when you are connected to a machine, connected to something which is virtual, and we are connected to our phones, to the internet, to our computers so much that we're not even realizing it. And we have two presents, that is one the reality and one is the virtual existence of ourselves. So, what do you think could be possible with AI? Where do you think we are going? And why do we have existential crisis due to AI?
First AI, with the concept of robots, were invented and were generally understood by William Walter. And this came in two shapes, Elmer and Elsie. But what's fascinating about them is that they were designed to think and have free will. How crazy is that? Plus, the robot was made using war surplus materials like alarm clocks. So, this way of finding the path to the nearest station when your battery is low in the robot is just an if-else statement, and the capacity to do one thing on another condition is itself an aspect of intelligence. So not only can you write AI with if-else and if-else with AI, one and the same thing. So AI is mostly like multiple if-else statements.
Any AI must follow three laws made by Isaac. And if any one of you have watched iRobot of Will Smith, the movie is completely based on the three laws. The first law mainly states that a human should not be harmed by any action that is done by a robot. Like a robot shouldn't be able to kill a human. The second law states that any orders given to a robot by a human must be followed until and unless it, conflicts with the first law. And the last law of Isaac states that any robot must protect its own existence as long as obviously it doesn't objects like first and second law. You guys must watch iRobot for this.
Do you think that the AI experts right now are focusing on these tools, or they are just going with whatever machine learning, whatever deep learning progress they are getting out there? Because as far as the researchers and the experts which are in the field, everybody is mainly focusing on how we just outsmart the previous AI systems. Nobody's caring about the rules. Nobody's caring about what wrong could go with AI. This is a primary factor because you wouldn't want Arnold Schwarzenegger coming outside your door with guns and just screaming, "Where's Sarah Connor?"
When you talk about AI going wrong, there were Facebook chatbots who had created their own language to converse with each other, and everyone lost their mind. There were a lot of articles saying that AI has started building their own knowledge base, and the project was basically shut down, and researchers were shocked of the result. But then again, this was not completely true. The project is still alive and you can run it on your own GPU. At first they were speaking with each other in plain English, but then they realized they had mistake in programming. There was no reward basically to stick to one language, so basically the English. So they began to rearrange all the words and they crypted everything, so only those two robots can only understand.
Maybe that's why Elon Musk never trusts AI.
Actually, even Stephen Hawking, Bill Gates, and all of them have made their concerns about AI and their safety. Some do think that AI can help us assist humans in their daily life, but some really have the concerns about the AI arms race that Elon Musk was talking about and how we could spell the end of the human race.
It's really interesting how we can imagine what kind of things artificial intelligence can do, and it's also kind of spooky what it could do that we don't want it to do. But this is something when we'll reach a level of super intelligence. Where are we right now, and what is the measure that think upon to know where we are right now and where we could reach in some years, in some decades, or maybe centuries?
So one measure of intelligence would be the Turing test. which was developed in the 1950s by none other than Alan Turing. So this test was like a machine's ability to show intelligent behavior, and there are judges basically who check if the human and the machine are different. So if the machine appears to be human to the interrogator, he would pass the Turing test. And if the judge cannot tell the machine from the human, the machine has said to have passed the Turing test.
If a machine surpasses human knowledge, wouldn't that make machine already a superior being?
When we are talking about this Turing test, so it's a measure of a type of intelligence, that is a given task of making the program feel human. When you're talking about super intelligence or a superior being, it is a collection of tasks. If an AI system is better than me at a game, you could call it intelligent at that particular game, not a general intelligence. So that means that humans can do many things like play football, play the games, think about science, talk podcasts, worry about coronavirus. So that is general idea of intelligence. So artificial general intelligence is not yet what we are close to. We have achieved artificial narrow intelligence, and the next step which could come is artificial super intelligence, which you're talking about. So that would be a machine that is capable of doing everything that the human does and also exceed it, including fooling the machine in the Turing.
So as you were talking about machines being better than humans in some certain task in future coming time, if they are given the ability to do so. So does that bring the question to the machines being self-aware or the consciousness in machines' head?
So one great theory about the most possible advanced robot will be to combine all the abilities of the narrow artificial intelligence that we have developed so far. MIT robot has learned to do parkour, it can learn how to drive, it can go to a friend's place and play chess and recognize people and communicate with them with sarcasm and mimic the behavior of humans. So the question arises, how do we make machines think, have a mind, and basically let them feel